The interwar period was a time in between World War I and World War II. It began in 1919 and lasted till 1939, 20 years. It was a time when Europe underwent various changes, economically and politically, such as the rapid rise of fascism. The Spanish Civil War. Elections in 1936 divided Spain, in both politically and geographically ways. The Nationalists, the right wing which was later led by General Franco, was supported by Germany and Italy, while the Republicans received help from left-wing volunteers and mixed assistance from Russia. In 1939, the Nationalists won. Rivera dictatorship, with the military about to be the subject of a government inquiry into their failures in Morocco, and with the king frustrated by a series of fragmenting governments, General Primo de Rivera staged a coup. The king accepted him as dictator. Rivera was supported by elites who feared a possible uprising from the Russian Social Democratic Party. Rivera only meant to rule until the country had been fixed and it was safe to return to other forms of the creation of the Second Republic. The military government could barely keep power with Rivera sacked. And in 1931, an uprising dedicated to overthrowing the monarchy occurred. The first true democracy in Spanish history, the Republic passed many reforms, including women's right to vote and separation of church. Franco's dictatorship. The consequences of the Civil War saw Spain governed by an absolute conservative dictatorship under General Franco. Spain stayed largely neutral in World War II, allowing the regime to survive until Franco's death in 1975. In 1923, Franco replaced Milan Astre as commander of the Tercio de Extranjeros, and over the few years he gained a reputation as a brilliant strategist and administrator. France supported the military dictatorship of Miguel Primo de Rivera. However, after he failed to solve the economic problems in Spain, he was then forced to resign in January 1930. Franco was not part of the Primo de Rivera in 1923, but he still became the director of a new general military academy in 1928. This was a breakdown following the revolution which expelled the monarchy and created the Spanish Second Republic. Franco, who was a monarchist, stayed extremely quiet and loyal. He was then restored to command in 1932. He was promoted to be Major General in 1934. In 1935, he became the chief of the Central General Staff of the Spanish Army. Franco's nationalists, aided by German and Italian forces, fought a slow, careful war which was brutal and vicious. Franco wanted to do more than win. He wanted to cleanse Spain of communism. He led the right to complete victory in 1939. The skill he exhibited in forming and holding together this political union of right-wing groups, each with their own competing visions for post-war Spain, has been called brilliant.